Okay, it's Friday in the afternoon. I had the morning off. Got a phone call from the hospital telling me there was a really cute puppy that had rushed in for an emergency because this thing had crawled out of its butt. Now, they sent me a picture and a video, and I was able to identify this and come to the point it's basically a type of planaria. They call it an arrowhead worm. Um, if you've ever been in your high school classes and they had those cute little worms that were in the water and you would like cut their heads in half and they'd make two heads, and anyway, our school had could make no more than 8 heads. I don't know what the world record is, but for some strange reason the number 16 pops into my head. Anyway, with that in mind, this guy has showed some chew marks back there, the back of his butt. It looks like this guy was actually eaten whole, and this puppy had also eaten some sticks and some grass. I'm guessing the sticks and grass what this guy hung on to, and then basically it made its way completely through this dog's intestinal tract. So what you're looking at is a planaria worm that is actually taking a tour of a small chihuahua's intestinal tract. What's funny is, I have talked to several people about this case, and everyone feels so sad for the puppy. But as I'm looking at this worm, I really feel sad for the worm. I mean, imagine, being eaten, partially digested, and then pooped out the back end. I mean, just the smell alone would be enough to drive you crazy. So anyway, I've come to understand after looking at this case here that I do have a rather strange way of looking at life, but it's actually a very cool worm. These guys have a mouth place, or where they eat mid body. It turns out that the stomach and the anus are the exact same hole, so when it eats, it shoves things in one direction to be digested, and then back in the other direction for some more digestion, and then back out the same hole to be defecated, which is awesome in a strange way. If you were to cut one in half, it would make 2 worms. If you were to cut his head down the center, it would make 2 heads. So these guys actually have some awesome healing capabilities. The actual brain and nervous tissue is not there where the arrow is. It's supposed to be farther back. So these are actually kind of a cool cool worm, not a parasite. Let me rephrase that. So Dr. Mann and company were freaking out because whatever it was this dog had eaten looked like something from a sci-fi flick or some horror flick. So it's normal out there in the world. You can probably find this out in your gardens and detritus. They're rather carnivorous. They eat slugs and other annelids and things like that. But they're not parasitic that I know of. Anyway, so with that in mind, here is a almost 3 minutes of video of a arrowhead worm, the planarial type, terrestrial planaria, so to speak. And anyway, it's been kind of a cool case. I wish you'd gotten some video of the puppy. Since I wasn't here, I couldn't have done it. But what we do see is a rather cool specimen. Do something cool. Bow. Bow, little worm. So I'm going to give one of my girls orders to go release this guy somewhere. Awesome.